What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome back to an episode of the Fortuna Dusseldorf career mode. But before we get into things, it'd be much appreciated if you're able to hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And in terms of all my socials, all linked down below so you'll never miss anything up to date with the channel. We start today with a simulation game. 2-1 it ended in the end against Hanna Rostock, and I was actually going to show you who actually played at the same time on the left hand side. If you were always aware, obviously when I simulate the matches you don't actually understand who's played, so it's always nice to be able to see who did well at the same time. And you can see Robinson and Klaus that have got on the score sheet. And a very highlighted moment is Labrovic. He's been talked about very widely within the Bundesliga too, and this is exactly the reason why. 7 clean sheets, 14 matches, 12 goals, a 7.5 rating, and he's currently worth 5 million as a transfer value. He's definitely been a bargain, and to be honest, probably one of our best signings that we've had, especially being a free agent, especially obviously being hassle-free, and he's definitely kind of proven that he can be the kind of clean sheet keeper, whatever you want to call it. He is definitely the man between the sticks that you would definitely want, and he's definitely providing some success between the sticks. Hopefully we'll get some more success in this first game though against Hertha Berlin, away from home. A massive side, to be honest, predominantly in the Bundesliga for many seasons, but unfortunately they have dropped down to Bundesliga too. This is the team that's going to face them then. Labrovic in goal, Robinson and Fusa-Mensah at the two back twos, and as you can see, Gumney on the right hand side, Gallardo on the left, Zoilers, Chavez, Tananka, Johannesson and Herrera on the right hand side there, and we've got Jan Fatih up on his own up top. Very strong side. We know coming here it's a very good side ourselves, and hopefully we can provide something very dangerous, and hopefully we can get a goal straight away. We kick things off here at the Olympic Stadium here, trying to see if we can get a quick start straight away. We look to switch players. Gumney plays in Arp really nicely here, and Arp plays a lovely ball over the top. If only the finish would follow. Unfortunately it wasn't to be the case. That was a very, very good chance to make it 1-0 in this tie, but we start things off very quickly though at least. But it seems to be that Hertha Berlin are looking to do the same themselves also. 7 minutes into the tie here, they're looking to charge forward, looking to try and create something from the south here as they play a 1-2 with the number 27 then. He looks to go on the right hand side, and he does really well at the same time to be able to charge up there, and he does really well to be able to get the ball into the box. They're playing it back really nicely here, and the actual dribbling itself is perfect, but the shot isn't. A decent save by Labrovic, and it will be a corner kick then. First chance for Hertha Berlin to get themselves in front, the first corner for themselves also to get a ball into the box. Decent delivery need as they whack it in there. Gumney with decent clearance in the end, but it only falls back out to a Hertha Berlin attacker, and he looks to pump it back into the box with Labrovic forced into another save then. Labrovic brought straight into action early on in these first 10 minutes as they get another corner whipped in then. Deep delivery this time round. They do meet it with the header, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to test the keeper, and that will stay 0-0 then. 14 minutes into the game then, we look to try and see if we continue some form, because it seems to be that the first chance came to us, but it seems to be after the second and the third, Hertha Berlin are starting to get a few chances now, and they're looking very dangerous here. And then look at another chance here once again. Decent shot there, but Labrovic with a firm hand then putting it out to his teammate Fusa-Mensah. He just drags it on the right hand side then, looking to try and see if he creates something here as he switches the play with Gallardo. He picks it up nicely on the left hand side, looking for Zoilers at the same time. He tries to get the pass off, but it's just not that successful, and it does go out for a throw in the end. Then Gallardo takes the throw in very quickly here as he finds Chavez, but Chavez can't really seem to be able to get it out of his feet, and he does lose the ball straight away here. And as you can see, Hertha Berlin looking to do something themselves here as they look to play out on the right hand side then, and they do exactly that here. They've got opportunities as Carlson picks it up on the right hand side. He looks to play it to Kenny. Kenny looks to be able to get the shot off. He looks to pass it straight away though, and he's got a chance here. And Labrovic with another big save then. I think that's about 3 or 4 saves early in this first half, and that did start the first half, to be honest. It was all Hertha Berlin. All the problems were coming from their side. Really, really hard to stop them in their tracks, and now they're going to try and see if they can continue that form in the second half also. Carlson picks it up on the right hand side, playing a 1-2 with the striker here as he looks to try and get the shot off, but he puts it onto Carlson. He drags himself right on the right hand side, putting it onto Kenny there, and he just takes his time there. As you can see, they don't seem any rush to be able to get the ball into the box at the same time, but they do eventually, and they've got a perfect chance. But Labrovic is near post, making a very, very big save. Substitutions now, as you can see. We're just going to try and see if we can freshen the side up. Ewan's going to come on for Johannesson there. Kabozov is going to come on for Herrera. And we're also going to put Armstrong up the top for Jan Fatih up. We've made the changes really early on in all honesty, and I feel like it will benefit us in some aspect, because I feel like we're just really, really slacking in many areas of this game. That is for sure. As we reach a half an hour mark now, as you can see, it's all Hertha Berlin. Every chance that seems to be able to fall to them, and it seems to be that the closer they get, the more they're going to got a chance of scoring. They've got another perfect opportunity there, but Robertson sticks out a foot and makes himself himself really strong at the same time. He finds Dusseldorf on the left-hand side. He just drags it on the left end, looking to try and see if he can offload it to a teammate, but it seems hard to do so. But what a ball that is to Chavez. He chests it down, he volleys it, and he puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for his side then. We've finally broken the deadlock, 61 minutes into the tie. We've finally done it. It's taken a little while, but I'm glad we've done it in the end. Chavez with a perfect finish, and that is exactly what you need when you're playing poorly. It's exactly been probably the poorest game that we've actually played all season. We haven't had any chances. We haven't actually provided any sort of ample opportunity to be able to get ourselves in front of goal. But the one time that we do, it seems to be that we've taken it absolutely perfectly. Gunter Bernard looking very happy with the effort there of Chavez. And now we are 1-0 up. 25 minutes left in this tie then, and we're looking to continue that off the momentum. Then Kabozov picks it up on the right hand side after winning it in midfield. He switches sides to put it onto Dusseldorf, and Armstrong makes a run, but he will be straying offside. So Dusseldorf runs with it even further. He looks to offload it here, as you can see, as he puts it onto Armstrong, and he just can't get the shot off, and that was really unlucky, to be honest. Seems to be that he was pushed off the ball in the end, and it will fall to the keeper's hands. He does collect it, and he does whack it out himself. And now Hertha Berlin looks to go on the attack here, as you can see. Dorade looks to try and do something here as he puts it onto his teammate nicely. Really good chance for themselves here as they're driving in numbers, and they've got a perfect chance. But Brobic with another big save there, putting it out for a corner kick as Hertha Berlin have got another corner to their tally. Corner whipped in, but nothing seems to be done with it as Chavez clears his lines, but only as far as the midfielders once again need to be looking at this point to be able to clear our lines, but it seems to be hard to do so here as they're playing it around the box really nicely here, and they seem to be so composed on the ball at the same time. Yewood makes a challenge, and that's very, very vital as Gumney picks it up on the right hand side, finding Kabozov on the right hand side also. Armstrong makes a run as he looks trying to keep himself on side, but Kabozov looks very strong in the run himself. He's got options there. If he only takes it upon himself, he's actually going to square it to Dusseldorf, and he finds himself with a goal. It's 2-0, 15 minutes left of this time. We should be sailing very comfortably, I hope anyway. It's been a very tough game for us. We haven't showed any decent attributes apart from realistically just struggling. We really have struggled. I'm not too sure why. I feel like we're going to have games like this, don't you wrong. We've come up against a very good opponent at the same time, but we've struggled, but we still come out of the result, and that's what makes champions at the end of the day. You've got to grind results out even when you're playing poorly, and that's exactly what we've done here and now. We've got about 12 minutes left of this tie. I don't think anything else is really going to happen, but you just never ever know with this league. It seems to be so closely contested, and they've got another chance here. They put it out on the left hand side then as number 27 looks to cut in on the right. He does really well, but Chavez makes a good interception there, but only falls back out to the wing back of Hertha Berlin, and it does eventually go out for a throw-in. Very good tackle from Gumney, and it will be a month of substitutions that we are going to make just to freshen things up and see out this last 10 minutes. Engelhardt is going to come on for Tananka, and we're also going to put Lima on for Fusa Mensah, but nothing really to be seen in the substitutes because that was it pretty much. 2-0 in the end, 3 points, a clean sheet. We could not knock that whatsoever. I wouldn't say the performance really lives up to expectations, but at the same time it doesn't matter because we've got all 3 points. We've still kept a clean sheet, and it seems to be we've dominated, just not realistically what we know of. Really happy in the end though. A win is a win, and that's all we can be happy with. I can't be slating the team because we've still grinded out a result against a very big side. Second game is a simulation, a third game, which would be the simulation, comes against Nuremberg. 2-1 win in the end, then Sabert and Chavez getting on the score sheet there. As you can see, Chavez and Sabert looking to be the two best players out of the team. Looking at the ratings there, as you can see, other people did have a good game, and it seems to be that Tananka had a bit of a shocker at the same time, even though he only came off the bench. But interesting to see the difference in lineup, and it still means that we've got another 3 points added to our name. It's all about the big games this episode, because we have another one against Schalke then. Very big opportunity for us to get another 3 points in the Bundesliga too, and hopefully it's going to play out in a decent way then. Brobic in goal, Robinson and Fusa Mensah at the back two, then Gumney on the right, Gallardo on the left, Dusseldorf, Chavez, Johansson, Tananka, Herrera on the right, and Jan Fatih up. So we've pretty much got a kind of similar cycle to what the players that we are playing. Luckily, it's got a strong side to us, but we will need to change in time. Hopefully we can get into this game, and hopefully we can get all 3 points. Once again, it's the opposition that seem to be able to start themselves really nice and quick here as they make a charge on the right-hand side. Bruno, the number 27 for Schalke, makes a burst on the right-hand side, then causing some problems with Gallardo. He takes his time as he looks to try and do some skill to get past him at the same time, and he runs himself into the box. Robinson makes a very firm tackle, though, putting it out for a corner kick, and Schalke with a chance from the corner then as they look for a decent delivery then. Sagun's the man to whip it in from the corner as they look to take their time. They eventually get the ball into the box. Fusa Mensah looks to try and see if he can clear his lines then, as it seems to be they still got possession here, Schalke. Schalke on the edge of the area. They've got a perfect opportunity to get the shot off. Whether they can or not, they can't. And now we get into possession ourselves, and we've got the ball away, which is the main thing. And we still stay 0-0 then. All Schalke so far in these first 15 minutes or so, we haven't really been coming up the blocks any sort of ways possible, but it seems to be they've got another chance here as they put it on the edge of the area. Just taking their time, just seeing if they can evaluate the options to be able to get it on to a teammate, and they do exactly that. But Robinson with another tackle, then sticking a foot out, being really strong in the tackle at the same time. He finds Areta on the right hand side, who loses the ball momentarily but picks it back up. Then he loses it. Really sloppy play from Areta as he looks to try and win the ball back, but he can't. Schalke on a decent bit of the pitch here, but Gallardo makes a really good interception, then finding Jan-Fatih Arp. Arp runs with it, finding Cazolis on the left hand side, and he looks just to run with it and find the pace in himself. He runs into the gap, finding his teammate Areta on the right hand side, and what a pass. It surely can't be. Yes, it can. He finds the back of the net to make it 1-0, and the Mexican winger has added to his many of a tally in this Bundesliga too. Very happy with that one. What a game this is going to turn out to be if it were to continue like this. 20 minutes into the game, we have broken the deadlock thanks to the efforts of Areta. Very good finish and a very good assist from Cazolis at the same time, just looping it over the defenders. He takes his time, he touched it down really nicely, and he just belts it on his right foot, leaving the keeper no chance to be able to get to that one. And we now are 1-0 up then. Fortuna Dusseldorf loving life in the Bundesliga too, as we look to try and see if we can progress up the leagues and go up to the Bundesliga. Very happy with that one, and it is now 1-0. 25 minutes into this first half, we know we've got that first goal. We're hoping that the momentum will kind of bring with us and get that second. It'd be nice if we can, but we've got to do some defending first here as the ball was played in. Gallardo with a lovely interception and finding Cazolis on the left hand side straight away, just offloads it out of the area, but unfortunately Cazolis can't seem to be able to get it out of his feet, and he just tries to lose the ball. Unfortunately, we do try and see if we can get the ball back, but it seems very hard to do so. But Gallardo on his toes then, making an interception, but the referee wasn't happy with that one. Unfortunately, he's actually given a free kick. For whatever reason, I'm not too sure. I thought it was only a bit of a shove, but that's it, to be honest. I thought that was allowed, but not going to be the case. And Schalke have got a free kick on the edge of the area, and this is a very good opportunity to get the ball into the box and try and score here. Real deep delivery, but Fusamenta deals with it really comfortably and cool and calm collected. And now it falls out to Areta, who makes a decent run on the right hand side. Offering support is Jan-Fatih Arp, who runs with him at the same time. Arp driving forward here as he runs himself into the gap with only the keeper to beat. And he has done exactly that. Jan-Fatih Arp gets himself on the score sheet then to make it 2-0. Prime finish from Arp. What a goal that is. And now we've got a 2-goal advantage in this first half. I knew this was going to be a tough game, and unfortunately for whatever reason Schalke have not turned up, but it seems to be that they might at some point. But at the moment they are very much the case where they've had a few chances, they haven't taken them, and now they're falling down the pecking order. Very good finish from Arp though, we have to say. Real good effort on his left foot, and Gunter Bernard is very happy about that one, that is for sure. Schalke get themselves restarted. We win the ball straight away. We were out for another goal here. We're really trying to see if we can get a goal after goal after goal. Would be nice, but unfortunately Schalke do remain in possession here, as you can see, and they try and play it up the pitch themselves, looking for an opportunity here as they drive forward themselves here, and they've got numbers here. Blue shirts offering support as Bruno picks it up on the right hand side, can't push him off the ball. He finds the teammate Sagun. Sagun tries to get the ball into the box. Robinson stops him in his tracks, but Schalke still in possession here, still got a decent opportunity here. Robinson really trying to get the ball off him, but it's proving hard to do so at the same time. Really trying hard, but it seems to be that Schalke are remaining in possession very comfortably here, and they're looking good around the box here as Bruno picks it up on the right hand side. Still trying to get the tackle in, but we can't here, and an advantage being played. The referee's not happy with that one. Tanaka gets it up, but he loses it straight away, and it seems to be that's going to be the end of that one. And now we win the ball here on the right hand side as Areta nods it onto Art, but he just can't really latch onto it, and Schalke remain in possession once again. Pretty much a free-for-all here as the ball is being ping-pong left, right and centre, and that's exactly what you get, unfortunately, because Schalke have equalled it then. They've got a goal. It's 2-1 then. I wouldn't say it's an equaliser, sorry, but it is a goal. Very much the case where we could have dealt with that in a better manner, but unfortunately it wasn't going to be the way that we would like to have planned out. Fusamenta just really dived into it and just allowed him the space to be able to get the shot off. Very good finish in the end from the number 40 for Schalke as he pelts it on his left foot into the top corner. Lobrovic, being a top keeper, had no chance of getting that one, and unfortunately now Schalke have got 1 goal back then. Into the second half we go. We've only got a 1-goal advantage now going into the second half. Would have ideally liked the 2-goal advantage, but we can't win them all, that is for sure. And now we're going to continue on in the second as Cazolis plays it into the box. That's a very good opportunity there for Chavez, but he just can't really get the header under the control there as it just strays past the post. Really good delivery from Cazolis though, I have to say, and a decent bit of play at the same time, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to get that third goal. 61 minutes into the second half now as we look to try and chase the ball down in their area, but they're passing it about really nicely here, Schalke, as they've got an opportunity, trying to see if they can do anything to be able to get that second goal and get themselves level, and hoping that will gain themselves some sort of momentum for them also. They pick it up on the left hand side as they're shifting it from left and right here, and they're doing really well at the same time. They've got an opportunity to put it into the box, but they hold fire for the moment in time here as you can see. Johannesson makes a very good challenge in the end, but unfortunately it only still falls out to a Schalke player here as they've got an opportunity to take the shot. They take the shot, Labrovic with a save, and it does fall out for a corner kick there as Gumney tries to retrieve possession, but he can't, and that will be a corner. Substitutions being made, then Armstrong's going to come onto the pitch, trying to see if we can freshen up the striker roles, and Appelkamp will also come onto the pitch for Chavez. Then corner kick, as I mentioned, to Schalke then, as they've got an opportunity to whip it in the area and try and see if they can do something dangerous here at the same time. Going to be very difficult for them to do so, but I bet they're going to give it a go, that's for sure. Deep delivery there, as you can see. No one deals with a header, and that is a free header. Unfortunately, Schalke do mess it up this time, and it still stays 2-1. Then 22 minutes left in this tie. The longer it goes on, the more we kind of feel like we're going to get the result, but you just never know against Schalke. They're a proven Bundesliga side. Obviously, being in the Bundesliga 2 for a few seasons now, they wouldn't like to be where they are, but unfortunately, they still know they've got quality, and they've definitely got that prestigiousness about them. That is for sure. As they now look to try and see if they can create something again in the 20 minutes left to go. Lovely little shimmy there from the midfielder as he drives himself forward, finding Sagan on the right hand side. Gallardo deals with it nicely here, but unfortunately the pass out really doesn't deal with it nicely at the same time. Really messing it up on the clearance, but we finally find Zoyers on the left hand side. He chips it over to Armstrong. He chests it nicely here, finding Johannesson, and wants to save that is from Muller there, keeping his side in it and keeping that kind of dream alive, shall we say, as we get the corner kick whipped in. Then decent delivery there. No one can meet it with a header, unfortunately, there as they pick up the pieces, but they only clear it as far as Johannesson onto Gallardo now as he puts it onto Herrera. Herrera's got a chance, and it hits off the post. How that's happened, I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, another chance goes missing, and we still trying to see if we can get in search of that third. Schalke really hanging on for dear life here, and it's all blazing from Fortuna Dusseldorf as Appelkamp whips it in, and Armstrong now hits the post. What is going on in this tie? Post being hit left, right and centre, and it's another chance for us to grab, but we just don't grab it. Armstrong with a free volley just hits it onto the post, and then the keeper kind of parries it onto himself, and it goes out for a corner. 5 minutes left in this tie. Still trying to see this one out. We're still under pressure from Schalke, and it's proving really hard to be able to keep up with the pace, to be honest. Players are tired, really struggling to be able to get into the momentum of things. We've had our chances, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like it just might come back and bite us. I'm not too sure, but the number 7 Saigon picks it up as he finds his teammate nicely, and this is a perfect chance for them, and this is just exactly what I was saying. Just like that, as a flick of a switch, the number 9 for Schalke has got himself level after being down 2-0 then, so they've climbed back from that 2-goal disadvantage, and now they are back level. This is exactly where they would want to be here, Schalke, and now they look to be able to see if they can get a third in this tie, because we've got about 4 minutes left, so it's going to be a very edgy last 4 or 5 minutes left or so, and this is now where it determines us as we get things kicked off there, as we play the Zoilers in straight away on the left hand side, looking to try and see if we can create something off the kick-off here, as Herrera's being played in, switches sides, decent ball being played in here. Herrera charges forward here, looking for an opportunity as he passes it on the outside of the area to Johannesson. He takes a shot, very good shot, but unfortunately just wasn't enough to be able to test the keeper, and he clears his lines in the end then, as you can see, as the Schalke pick it up in the middle of the park. +2 in the stoppage time as Schalke look to create one more attack for themselves here, driving in numbers as the blue shirts are flooding forward there, as you can see. They play it back momentarily, but they play it back up the pitch on the left hand side then. Number 4 for Schalke looks to charge it forward here, and they're looking for a decent opportunity as they put it into the middle of the park, and it's exactly what you get when you don't defend in the best means possible, because we are now 3-2 down, and we are now going to be looking at losing our first Bundesliga 2 game of the season. Not exactly ideal, but in all honesty, Schalke definitely deserve it. They've come back from 2-0 down, they've put the pressure on, we've had our chances, we didn't take them, they've had the chances, they took them. It's as simple as that. That's sometimes football at the end of the day. If you don't take your chances, you're never going to get anywhere in football, and at the end of the day, we've definitely suffered the consequences of Schalke taking their chances. Very good goal in the end. The defending was woeful at the end of the tie, to be honest, and it seems to be that they just completely capitulated. For whatever reason, I'm not too sure, but we're going to have to accept this defeat, because we are going to kick things off, but the referee's seen enough as he's blown the whistle, and that will be here in Dusseldorf. That's it, done then. We lose our first game of the season. Not ideal, don't get me wrong, but we know we can do better, and we know there's still a long time to go in the season. Not going to be the most perfect season. I never felt like we was going to do in the Invincibles. I just felt like the run we was going on was very good. With that being said, we're going to hold our head high, because we've got a massive tie now still to go in the Bundesliga, as we look to try and see if we can get another 3 points. And this is against Weisside, and then a team that we played at the start of the season, we got a result over. They actually started the season very well. They've dropped off a little bit. This is a change of the lineup then, after a few players have gone onto the bench. Labrovic in goal, Lima and Sabert as a 2-back-2 then, as you can see. Zimmerman on the right, Gallardo on the left, Dzoiles, Appelkamp, Yearwood, Tananka and Kozbozov on the right hand side, and Armstrong replaces Arp. I'm not too sure if the changes are going to work, but I feel like we just need it. I felt like the two games that we played against Hertha Berlin and Schalke, Hertha Berlin we rode our luck completely, and Schalke we unfortunately just capitulated at the very end. I feel like the changes might do something, but let's get into things and see if they do. After that loss to Schalke, we'd like to be able to re-erect it with a decent win here, to be honest. I know it's going to be difficult, but at the same time, I feel like that would be the best response, to be able to kind of get that win and be able to silence them critics. But it seems to be we come under some pressure here, as you can see. The defenders do well at the same time here to be able to hold the shape, and unfortunately just hits the bar then for the opposition. Very, very close then, as it does nestle out into the goal, and that was a very, very good opportunity there for the opposition to get themselves in front here as it gets started off the goal kick, because we look to try and see if we can make a few flurry of passes going here. Gallardo picks it up after a decent play by Tananka, but he just drags himself back into the position that Tananka was. Seems to work out for ourselves though, as Armstrong picks it up and he just tries to get the ball offloaded, but he's wiped out at the same time, and it is a yellow card then to the opposition there. It's number 7 Huber, if I'm right in saying, has got given the free kick, but conceded the free kick, but given a yellow card, may I say. Armstrong, I don't know who's actually going to be our free kick taker, and it is actually going to be Tzolis then. Tzolis is the man to whip it in from the free kick. He looks to try and see if he can take the shot on target, up and over the wall, but just not enough to be able to trouble the keeper on this scenario, and it still stays 0-0. Then the keeper throws it out straight away as he looks to try and see if he can create something for his team here, and they're charging forward, but Lima makes a really good interception in the end, but unfortunately the pass just doesn't really live up to the expectation at the same time. Really prove ourselves difficult to be able to intercept and pass it, but as you can see, Lima actually executes it perfectly in the end. Tzolis picks it up on the left hand side, finding Armstrong, and what a snatch and grab goal this is, because Armstrong has found the back of the net to make it 1-0 just inside 10 minutes. Sinclair Armstrong, the man to be spoken about. What a goal that is, and what a ball that was from Tzolis at the same time. He cuts inside on the right then, just finding the gap between himself and the defenders. He sees that Armstrong's making the run and he's onside at the same time. Lino is not flagged whatsoever, and what a perfect goal that is to make it 1-0 on his left foot. Keeper nowhere to be seen in that situation, and we are now 1-0 up in this tie very early on also. Very happy that is the case, and we're definitely making an impact in this first half. Near to the end of the first half, we've got another opportunity here, as you can see. Yearwood with a shot, but it's blocked here as it falls out to Kabozov, who puts it back into the play. Yearwood with another shot here as it's blocked, unfortunately, as he takes his time on the outside of the area, evaluating options as white shirts are offering support. And Armstrong there, and he could have got his second, but unfortunately the keeper denies him on this occasion, and it does go out for a corner kick. Then Tzolis is the man to whip it in from the corner as he looks to try and see if he can create something for himself here, and trying to see if we can create some sort of new tactic as he takes his time. He whips the ball right in there. No one can meet it with a header, but Tananka it falls out to, as you can see in the area. He's got a chance, he puts it onto Armstrong, and it just strays wide. What an opportunity for Armstrong to get a second goal. Once again, the chances are flowing here so far in this first half. Just straight wide of the post there, as you can see. Really good opportunity, but unfortunately just couldn't take it this time round, and it still stays 1-0 as we reach the half an hour mark now, looking to try and see if we can create something for ourselves in this second half. I'd like to anyway, but I know it's going to be tough. Saying that though, Gallardo makes a really good interception, but he loses the ball straight away, and what an opportunity it is for the opposition. He puts it into the box, and Sabert makes himself nice and strong then as he puts it out for a corner kick then. That could have gone really wrong then, as Gallardo lost track of the possession here, as you can see. It looked to be going in, but Sabert makes a very good interception there, putting it out for a corner kick. Chance from the corner kick then for the opposition as they whip the ball straight in, deep delivery, but Gallardo deals with it nicely. It only falls back out to the opposition though, as you can see, and now they look to try to see if they can put the ball back into the box for themselves here. Lot of pressure from the opposition, to be honest. They've gained some momentum, they're really gaining some confidence, and now another chance, but Tananka makes a really good interception, finding Gallardo on the left hand side. He pokes it straight onto Tzolis here as he looks to try and see if he can cut in and create some problems with the defenders. Really hard to do so as we lose possession once again. It seems to be one-way traffic at the moment because the opposition are really proving to be able to kind of get forward in numbers here, as you can see. Another opportunity, but Sabert makes himself nice and strong there, putting the ball out on the box, but another chance once again here, but the keeper makes a very good save then. Labrovic pulling out for another corner kick then, and now they have another chance from the corner to whip it in then. Decent delivery needed as they get the ball right in there. Labrovic with the save. I think it actually fell off of one of our players also as we clear our lines. Now Tzolis picks it up on the right hand side, trying to do something special, but he loses it straight away. This is a perfect chance for the opposition, but once again Labrovic on his toes. How he does this, I am not too sure, to be honest. Even though that we've lost that second game, he's absolute menace in goal, to be honest. How he does it, I'm not too sure, but another clean sheet. He looks to be on his way, but we can still gonna have another 15 minutes to be able to kind of see if we can do that, and he makes another big save. I literally just don't know how he does it. It's a save after save after save after save. You'd think he's 90 odd rated and I played about 100 odd million for him, but I put him on a free and he's amazing, I tell you. Absolutely amazing. But as you can see, 12 minutes left on this tie. Really struggling to be able to defend this lead here, as you can see. And it's really proving difficult to be able to keep him at bay and trying to see if we can win the ball back here. So Burt makes a really good challenge there, finding himself on the right hand side. Just charging forward, using his pace here as he tries to see if he can create some sort of gap between himself and the attackers. He runs into a spot above losing the ball straight away. Now he has to get back here, as you can see. Just trying to see if we can win the ball straight away to be able to calm it down for Sir Burt, but he can't. But Sir Burt getting stuck in once again there, winning the challenge there, putting it out to Zimmerman on the right hand side. Zimmerman turns here, as you can see, as he puts it onto Gallardo. Decent ball to Gallardo, to be honest, and he chests it down nicely at the same time, finding Tazoiles. Tazoiles picks it up on the left hand side, then looking for the runner. He looks to offload it, but a foul was made by the opposition there, and it will be a free kick. Then yellow card to be issued. I'd have thought also that was a very poor challenge, stopping Tazoiles in his tracks there as we wait to see his decision. Yes, it will be a yellow card. 5 minutes left of the time. We've got a free kick on the edge of the area, hoping that we'll be able to do something from this free kick and be able to get the ball into the box. Lehman, the man to take the free kick there, as you can see, and I was kind of toying with the idea of playing it short. We actually do eventually in the end play it short. Tazoiles picks it up, switching the side with Zimmerman, and then as he picks it up on the right hand side, decent delivery to Zimmerman then as he tries to whip it into the box, and he isn't successful, but he does win a corner, and now is the chance there. 4 minutes left of this tie. Tazoiles is the man to whip it in from the corner as we look to try and see if we can do something from the corner. It's whipped in. Armstrong tries to win the header, but he can't. It falls back out to the opposition who clear their lines there, as you can see, but we're strong in the tackle there as Zimmerman picks it up onto Chavez. He does well to find Johannesson in a decent bit of space here as he looks throughout to Kabozov, and there is Tazoiles, and there is the back of the net to make it 2-0 and should be game, set and match with only pretty much a minute or so left in this tie, and Tazoiles is the man to get the goal then. What a goal that is out of nowhere. Once again, we soaked up the pressure, we allowed them to play, don't get me wrong, but we are in this tie and we are now 2-0 up and we've only got a few minutes left. Really happy with this, really happy that we've got the result. Kind of grinded out in the end, but what a goal that is to finish it off. Tazoiles looked completely offside, but I'll take it, to be honest. The defenders put their hand up initially, but for whatever reason the liner does not flag and it still stays 2-0 then, and that will be the end of that. A very good victory in the end. We sucked up a lot of pressure. Labrovic had some very big saves. Armstrong with a good goal. Tazoiles with a good goal. And the defenders on their toes to be able to keep that clean sheet. Very good game in the end. Very happy with the result. And that is another 3 points added to the tally in the Bundesliga 2. These are the standings then in the Bundesliga 2, and as you can see, we played 18, we won 15, we drawn 2, and we unfortunately have lost that one. We sit on 47 points then, pretty much 4 clear of Hamburg FC, and as you can see, Schalke are trying to creep up the table, but it's proving hard to do so. So it's pretty much between us and our Hamburger at the moment, but it's been a very strong episode. We've lost some points, we've gained some points, but we're very much looking forward to the next one. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Cheers.